So, good morning. Professor Warneck asked me to start in time. So, in the interest of time, we will start now. So, it's a very great honor and pleasure to introduce to you today Dr. Kimito FUNATSU Sensei. He is the leading cheminformatics scientist in Japan. So, be very happy to have him today. So he is Professor Emeritus at University of Tokyo and now heading as the Director of the Data Science Center in Nara Institute of Science and Technology. He has been awarded with a number of prestigious awards, such as the Skolnick Award, the Academic Award for the Chemical Society in Japan, and several other awards. He has been known very much for his contribution in a variety of cheminformatics program development. Please. For instance, the system chemics, a system for artificial intelligence for planning and handling organic synthesis, IFOS, knowledge-based oriented synthesis planning, COSP, and many other things. So, Funatsu Sensei, I'm very happy to have you here today, and he will talk about the potential of process informatics. The stage is yours.
Professor Langer, thank you very much for your kind introduction. So, and first of all, I'd like to express my great gratitude to the Professor Warneck for inviting me to this nice summer school. And I'm happy to come back here again. Thank you very much. So my talk is a little bit different from the previous lectures. I wanted to focus on the process for production of materials. So the title of my lecture is The Potential of Process Informatics. Yep. So this slide shows the overview of chemoinformatics world. When we suppose desired function, novel compound, materials, and devices are required. Forgetting then what to make is the first step. The next one is, can it be produced? So this is very important. This is environmental and human health hazard assessment. So if the compound is not satisfied with this kind of matter, the product cannot be produced for market. And the next is how to make, namely synthesis design. And sorry. And this part, production process is installed as how to produce commercial products. In chemical plant, reaction, separation, and refinement are carried out. And in order to produce the product with the desired property, process control is important as quality control. Analysis is structuralization. So after providing a product to market, how to recycle and reuse is required. And the information of this emission is reflected as resolution of the next material design. So namely, these units are connected as cycle. This 6 units are important subject in chemoinformatics. And knowledge is created from many kinds of data and information to support these 6 units. So knowledge organization from data information and utilization of the knowledge for prediction and design. So knowledge organization is supported by data modeling and its use, of course. So the first construction of the structure property activity relationship model, for example. And next, generation of candidate molecules and materials satisfied with desired property by inverse analysis. This is very important. So in this case, sometimes generation of candidate structures and this under the restriction of model is driving force for design. This kind of manner is applied to denote design, the discovery, design of highly functional polymer, monomer design included, catalyst design, and so on. So, yeah. And this slide showed how to use make use of data. Very simple slide. When I want to produce a kind of product with desired property, we have to select necessary data from main database. So this is the data set. Data set include target property, and structure, composition, process condition items. So by using target property as Y and structure, composition, process condition as X, this kind of statistical model is constructed. So usually we can use this model as forward prediction, just like. So if researchers input structure, composition, process condition, which the researcher considered. After inputting this information model as X, we can get output predicted value, namely property, very simple. But unfortunately, we cannot get unexpected result. That's the problem. So forward prediction alone doesn't lead to new discoveries. Therefore, inverse analysis is required. In this case, when we input Y value, desired property, we can get output of X, namely structure, composition, process condition candidate. This is the basic concept of inverse analysis. So I will show one example, polymer alloy. This is a very simple way and easily understood example. So probably you know very well, a polymer alloy is produced by this kind of component polymers, A, B, C, and so on. So after that, the mixing and molding process are required to produce the polymer alloy with desired property. So in this time, the data item is the following. Property of each component polymer, of course. And in addition, mixing condition, molding condition. This is a very important information for preparation of polymer alloy. So in this case, this process condition is added to X value. So polymer properties is used as Y value. So one concrete example, brightness improved film. Probably you watch television usually. So inside briquette crystal is included. So this slide shows the wicked crystal TV, wicked crystal and backlight, and human beings watch television here. So, and backlight has a P wave and S wave. So, and P wave is passed to front. So we can see the light. So unfortunately, S wave is absorbed in wicked crystal. This is the problem. So in order to cope with this problem, brightness improved film is invention. So by inserting this brightness improved film here, P wave is also passed here, and S wave reflected here, and S wave is diffused, reflected here. So the light has a P wave and S wave. So P wave is also passed here. So S wave reflect. So it can be completed bright improved film. Every light passed to front. This slide shows the mechanism of polarization, polarizing transmittance reflection. This is the structure of a polymer alloy brightness improved film, namely C and iron structure. So in this case, C is PEN and iron is PS. So this direction is transverse direction, and this is a machine direction. So the structure is a little bit different. So according to the difference of the light behavior is slightly different. So in this case, empty section, the same refractive indices in C and iron. So equal to single composition, the light transmitted to the far. So on the other hand, TD section, I'm sorry, these structure are the same, sorry. So different refractive indices in C and iron. So no transmission of light. This is the basic theory of this polymer alloy. The objective, to construct quantitative model on properties of brightness improved film and to design more efficient film, and to optimize process conditions such as extrusion. This is very important. So the concrete purpose, brightness is greater than 5,400, and every transmittance more than 82%. So TD transmittance 20%, less than 20%. This is the concrete objective. So the analysis, objective variables, brightness, every transmittance, TD transmittance, these three, and explanatory variables, composition information, composition PS %, and compatibilizing agent 1, 2, 3. Complete name is secret for all the company information. So process condition information, additional information as explanatory variable in this case, stretching temperature, extrusion machine ID. We could use two machine, 1 or 2. So stretching magnification and thickness. So the number of samples only 26. So in this case, we could use PS analysis, linear modeling method. So for brightness, every transmittance, DD transmittance, we could get very nice statistical result, as you see on this slide. So by using 3 models, we can obtain palette optimal solution by multi-objective optimization. Yeah, this is the summary of result, palette optimal solution. So we can get 10 candidates in this case. So one line is one candidate. So for example, the target property for palette optimal solution, in this case, brightness 5,457 and so on. So the requirement is more than 5,400. So in this case, these candidates are satisfied with the requirement. So and MD transmittance is more than 82%. So in this case, all candidates are satisfied with a requirement. And the TD transmittance is less than 20%. So in this case, these candidates are satisfied with requirement. So now we can select 4th candidate in this case. So the composition information is the following: PEN 55%, and PET 28%, and PS about 17%. And compatibilizing agent should be used by 2, and temperature 115. Machine ID is 1, and stretching magnification 3.5, and thickness 200 nanometer. So actually, the chemical company produced this material according to this information. Good, successful. So this result demonstrated the usefulness of this method. Anyhow, this example is very simple, but this kind of manner was applied to different types of materials. So in this case, I want to see the detail of the result. These candidates, the composition of component of polymer, the percent is the same. But according to the difference of the process condition, we can get these kind of different properties. This is very important. Namely, according to the process condition, the property should be changed. This is very important. So I want to focus on the process condition to produce our desired compound. Yeah, so even if the type of composition of the raw material is the same, the process conditions are important. It is important to consider the process conditions as parameter of model at the same time. When thinking about what to make, even how to make it. So this is the previous slide. So next is this. Production process is installed as how to produce commercial products. In chemical plant, for example, reaction, separation, and refinement are carried out And in order to produce the product with desired property, process control is very important as quality control. So in this case, the soft sensor plays very important role for real-time monitoring of status of plant. In operating chemical plant, operators have to monitor operating condition of the plant and control process variables. So process variables such as temperature, pressure, liquid level, and concentration of product need to be measured online. But all of them are not easy to measure online because of technical difficulty, large measurement delay, high investment cost, and so on. In order to cope with these problems, soft sensors are widely used in chemical plant producing machine. And soft sensors are inferential models constructed between easy to measure variables X, such as temperature and pressure, and difficult to measure variable Y, such as concentration of property that are difficult to measure online. So by inputting temperature, pressure variables into soft sensor model, soft sensor can estimate property concentration online with high accuracy. So we can get and use the predicted value for process control in real time. So soft sensor is very convenient tool in chemical industry. And this slide shows a part of the former slide of overview of Chemoinformatics world. This part is what to make. And in this part, structure property relationship model is constructed for inverse analysis to generate candidate structure or materials. The important is incorporation of process parameters into modeling step. When we consider what to make, how to make is also considered at the same time. What is a very important matter. So this is the important concept is material design. Because a property of materials is strongly affected by process condition, even the same starting material. And in how to produce commercial product, process control, namely quality control of product, is definitely important. In this step, the quality of product is monitored by soft sensor online, and the quality is controlled by operating process parameters. So yeah. So by simultaneous consideration of quality control, straight treatment of material design, examination of process condition, and quality control can be realized. I would like to emphasize the concept as process informatics. So accordingly, we can imagine automated chemistry for materials exploration is coming into view. This is the slide of the automated chemistry development. By using Bayesian optimization, we can get the next candidate of materials to be synthesized. Anyhow, using Bayesian optimization, we can get the next candidate. So all the information input into experimental equipment, namely robot. So the robot synthesize and measure the property of product. The information is added to all the experimental data, and using these information data, model is reconstructed to produce our next candidate by using Bayesian optimization technique. So using this cycle, finally achieving target property automatically. So namely, integration of such oriented experimental equipment, namely robot and control AI, is realized here. So by using this robot, we can build up automated discovery system. So we can get expanding and streamlining search. Finally, we can get usefulness of accelerated development innovative materials. So future of sensors are summarized in this slide. So I want to emphasize the use of near-infrared spectrum. The use of near-infrared spectrum to obtain real-time information on the physical properties, concentration, and structure of directly manufactured product in advancing rapidly. Concretely, real-time monitoring of process, physical property, spectral correlation, and concentration of the product and spectral correlation. This kind of relationship can be get easily now. So I will show you iterative optimization technology, IoT. This is a very convenient tool. So to construct the calibration model is very time consuming. So everybody wants to avoid such kind of manner. So IoT don't need the work of modeling of calibration. So I will show you a brief example. This is infrared spectrum. So red one is infrared spectrum of pure compound 2, and blue spectrum is for pure compound 1. And black line means this one. So by using Lambert-Bell rules, we can make this kind of equation. Mixed spectral is C1 X pure 1 plus C2 X pure 2. So C1, C2 means molar fraction. And using this equation, we can minimize the following equation. So in this manner, we can get this kind of information from the this equation. So the power of this IoT is equal to a PLS model. So we can select this one usually without calibration work. So well, this is a concrete example, a prediction of product equality in the formulation process. So after blending the three components, and at the first time, the mixing is not completed. So the information real-time monitoring is not equal to these red line theoretical value. So after some minutes, we can get the real-time monitoring result equal to a theoretical value. So we can monitor this kind of operation real time. This is very important. So IoT enable real-time determination of the end of point of mixing process. But Lambda-based laws are always perfect. All range of infrared near infrared spectrum. So unnecessarily wavelength region always exist. In this case, these areas are useful for Lambda-based laws, but unfortunately, these small peaks are unnecessary peak for Lambda-based laws. So elimination of the region where the Lambda-based law is not valid. So wavelength selection is strongly needed in this case. So for this purpose, we developed genetic algorithm-based wavelength selection, namely GAWS method. So I do not explain the detail of this method, but anyhow, in this case, genetic algorithm is used for selection of useful wavelength region. So this is the actual mixing plant data for 5-component system. This is a challenging example. So continuous mixing process and 5-component API and MCC, FLL, SGG, stearic acid. So in this case, these 2 components, it has a low concentration. So this is the problem. So our method can detect the concentration with accuracy. So processing is a subjective Borel method. So and the first derivative windows with 11 approximation order 3. So now I will show you a simple use of IoT. Unfortunately, result is not good. So this table shows the RMSE, so relatively large. Total RMSE is big. So this is the result. Red line means theoretical value, and a blue line is predicted value. So not good result. But by using GAWS, wavelength selection method plus IoT, the result is excellent. So we can use this method is used for monitoring, real-time monitoring for mixing process for production of tablet. So a potential of process informatics is summarized here. Spectral measurement of the manufacturing process enable real-time monitoring of concentrations, properties, and structures. 3D image of inside, this is very important, to create new material candidate and derive manufacturing condition. So probably process informatics will be provide very convenient information to all the industrial chemists. So finally, I want to announce the next autumn school on chemoinformatics in Nara. I'm planning on this autumn school now, but the date is already fixed. November 18 to 20, 2025 in Nara. Probably you know the city of Nara. Nara is located the part of South area. It takes about 1 hour from Kyoto City. So Nara is the older Japanese capital than Kyoto City. So about 1,300 or 400 years ago, Nara was capital of Japan. So this slide shows the no theater hall. So in the previous autumn school, unfortunately, we couldn't use no theater hall, but next time we can use no theater hall. Very fantastic hall. So traditional stage. So probably you can give your lecture on this stage. So all audience, if you have interest in no theater with their lectures, please come to Nara next year, next autumn. So this is the scenery of a beautiful Nara Park in autumn. So the color leaf is very beautiful. You can see this kind of scene. This is a memorial photo, the previous autumn school. Johnny Gasteiger here, he gave a kind of short speech. So you can see young generation students and researchers in this autumn school, just like here. So during virus and shower, and you can see, you can remember all of the lectures. So anyhow, please register next autumn school. I wait you. Thank you very much.
Dear Funatsu Sensei, thank you very much for these insights in process informatics and also for showing us the NARA meeting. This is a very nice meeting, I can confirm. So we have time for one question. Yes, please.
Hey, thank you very much for this nice presentation. I think this really goes towards the QSAR without borders. Yeah, I was wondering, you know, sometimes when we have collaborations with pharma, they're not always so excited to give us in academia the data to make the models. How is the collaboration with industry? How is the access to data for you?
That's a very important question. So before that, we have to have a kind of reliability. So we have a long history between pharmaceutical company and chemical industry. So of course, chemical industry and the pharmaceutical company have concrete problems to be solved. So they asked me how to do this problem. So please show me data. So okay, with NDA contract. So there is no problem.
Okay, join me thanking Funatsu Sensei again.